So, Hugh, this basically just looked like a lot of fun. I mean, did you enjoy hamming it up? It felt a bit Panto-esque. On a big budget, obviously.
Thank you. He's behind you. I loved it. It was, Joe said, I want a theatricality to this. This is the world of a child's imagination. So all the adults had to be, according to Joe, partly frightening and partly ridiculous, because that's how kids see us. And so there was no real rules in that way. So, I mean, the image I had of Blackbeard was more like the real Blackbeard, this sort of scruffy pirate, big bushy beard, incense stuck in there that he used to light on fire, so his head looked like he was smoke everywhere. But Joe was like, no, he said, I see the wig of Marie Antoinette and the costume of Louis XIV and Bejeweled and a man who loves to make speeches and just loves being a bit of a show pony. Loved it. You mentioned there the inner child, and it's a child's imagination, but did it touch your inner child as well? Did it take you back to when you were sort of imagining these things? Did it have that effect? Yeah. Well, let's not forget I'm an actor, so I've pretty much I've stalled at around about the age of 8 or 9, sort of maturity-wise, which is part of my job actually, and I kind of love that. But when I was on those sets, there was not a person who couldn't be sort of taken back to that one sense of wonder and magic of being a kid. I mean, it was every dream and imagination, whatever your imagination could dream up, there it was. And this massive, massive set, which I've never seen, real pirate ships that could move and go up and down and 30 degrees each side. It was extraordinary. You don't strike me like an actor like this who would sort of get a little cynical about the business and, sort of come in, pick up the paycheck. But I'm sure you've met some of them. Would the majesty of these sets have turned even them? Would they have captured that inner child, do you think? Yeah, and also cynicism is something I think you've got to fight. I mean, sometimes it's fun to be cynical and see what's really going. But I think not only as an actor, but in life, keeping that sense of wonder and magic and possibility that kids have with every single day alive is really, really important. And it's really probably one of the themes of J. M. Barrie's book. And if you read the book again as an adult, which I highly recommend people to do, there's a lot of warnings in there about there is a switch that happens where we decide to become an adult, or as basically we decide to become old, and we lose that sense of possibility. But I think you walk onto that set with someone like Joe Wright playing his kind of crazy music. It was like being a Burning Man every day. And the boy who never grows up, we've got to get serious about this. He's played by Blue and Aussie. Come on, what are you doing, Hugh? With a pretty good accent. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, very good. A boy from Brizzy. But in all seriousness, what a breakout performance from him. I agree. Yeah, I think Levi is about to be a star. The whole world is about to fall in love with him. He holds the movie together. He's the heart of the movie. He's quite extraordinary. I think he has absolutely no idea how good he is. I remember saying to Seamus, our camera operator, at the end of a take, I said, this kid is incredible. He goes, shh, don't say anything. And he was just doing what was natural to him. And having Joe there to guide him, I think, was heaven. And I remember him crying on the last day of filming, and I gave him a hug. I said, don't worry, mate, there's going to be lots more. He goes, no, you don't understand. I've got to go back to school tomorrow, And just finally, P-Head, right? P-Head. This movie? That was me. Brought it all back? P-Head, Sticks, there's a few other names they used to call me. But yeah, as soon as I remember shaving off my head, and my wife was like, oh, I see why they call you P-Head.